Alright, what's good everybody? Welcome to Life on Beagle Road. Today we are getting our kidding stalls put in. Or should I say, I'm putting our kidding stalls in. Stay tuned. See what kind of a mess this turns into.
Tell me why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy?
Behind me is one of the wall frames. I'm cheating by screwing it into the wall to hold up the studs. So that way I can, start building my wall. But this wall here is going to go on the other side. We'll have a 6-foot wall with a 2-foot gate on one side, and then we'll fill in the other with a 2-foot gate and whatever's left over. So I'm just going to get at it. We'll see what happens. I have an overabundance of these exterior screws, which is awesome because then I can use them for whatever other projects I use. Pretty much every single time I make something where I need these screws, I buy way too many. Courtney usually yells at me for buying too many, but then all of a sudden we don't have to go anywhere because I've got them all. So quit getting sassy with me, Courtney. Just let me do my thing. Because look, we don't have to go anywhere. I got them. Normally I would put in all of these studs in the middle. Like if you were to build a wall, you're gonna, tack in one side, then put the top plate on, tack in the other side. But I need to make sure this is exactly what I want before I start screwing a whole bunch of other stuff in. So for instance, like if it's too long and we need to shorten it up, I don't wanna have to unscrew everything and then do it again. I have a nail gun and I could pop, 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 and it'd be super fast. But this is temporary. We may not always have it up. I want to be able to take it apart. If something's not the right size, I want to be able to reconfigure it. And that's probably a suggestion I would make for most of you. If you can afford to just use screws instead of nails, it's going to take a little longer to use screws. Like a nail gun would be so much faster. But like I said, like trying to get this apart with screws, a whole lot easier later on. If it's permanent and you're not going to have to worry about that, then maybe, an air nailer, bang, 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 that's a piece of cake, do that. That's just not where we're at. It's not the situation we're in. And who knows, we may not be able to have this barn, which would be absolutely terrible. Believe it or not, the barn itself was built so that it could be taken apart. I don't know if we've ever mentioned that. Each piece that's here, it was brought on a trailer. It was already sort of put together. The walls were already studded out with the outside put on it. They carried it out and had about 8 guys setting it up, and they screwed in wherever it joined together. So we can always take it apart and move it, which, if we end up having to do something different with our property, either the barn can't stay here and it needs to go in a different part of our property, or we have to move, this barn's coming with us, one way or another. Lost my drill. Where did I put the drill? Over there by the screws. Who would have thought? So there you go, we have the basic shape of wall number 1. I want to make sure that I have it out far enough. There's no stud right here where it's going to have to connect. So I'm thinking I need to cut a stud, put it in here, just to make sure that it's in something else besides the OSB. With the OSB, it's not really strong in terms of holding this. The wall would hold the OSB. The OSB is not going to hold the wall. It'll snap right out and I'll be starting all over again. Ain't nobody got time for starting all over again. Not on Beagle Road. The unfortunate part about this is definitely that none of it is square at all. I'm kind of having to fudge my measurements all along the way. Everything's got to be built in place along the way. Otherwise, I don't know, it's just not gonna fit. It's gonna be wonky, but Who doesn't make things that are wonky on their farm? It's not structural, so we're good. Like right in here, it's not square to the wall. So it's gonna either lift up or go out of square, one or the other, but I'm not worried about it.
Perfectionist? Not a perfectionist.
I think it'll be fine, honey.
Yeah, I'm sure it will, but doesn't mean I'm gonna like it. Can't figure out which pocket to put everything in so I don't lose it. It's gonna go in this pocket.
That pocket. Right pocket.
Now we have visual record of which pocket I put it in.
That's a great idea.
Right?
Now I have to go back and look.
Where did I put it? Let's check the video. That's good.
Stevie is really over me right now.
Really?
Yeah. I think she's sick of me trying to touch her udder.
I would be tired of you checking my udders.
Chloe, show everybody your beard. Chloe, look here, girl. Got all kinds of burrs in her beard, and I do not know that I'm going to be able to work all those out of there. Oh, you're not over me, huh? You love me. You love me.
Chloe?
Yeah.
Chloe don't have my-
Oh, there's Stevie. Hey, Stevie. Hey, girl. Yeah, I'm sorry I keep checking you. You got go breath. You got go breath. You guys are just asking for food, aren't you? You don't love me, you just love your food. You just know I bring
They
the
don't
food.
love you. They just love your food style.
That's right, they just love my food style. Are you trying to eat my hat? Hey, girls. I thought that Carly Simon was in heat when I first put the boys in with them, but she definitely has the smallest udder at this point, so maybe she wasn't. I don't know. I'm totally just guessing. Just like when I went into labor. Totally guessing. Stevie's making me nervous though, so we are only about 13 days from our first possible due date, which is why we are out here, even though it's 23 degrees, getting these kidding stalls ready. Hey, Zipper. Hey, Zipper. Hey, girl. You nibbling my vest? Zipper here is one of my favorites because she's a funny goat. Hoping that by the summer she'll be big enough to breed for some Christmas babies. Yeah. You want some Christmas babies, Zipper? You want some Christmas babies? Yeah.
We have leftover 2x3s, so I'm using those instead of 2x4s for the studs in the middle. Basically, use what you got. Try to save money when you can. This will work perfectly fine. The outside of the fence will have the fencing on it, and inside doesn't really matter. So as long as you've got some rigidity, we're okay. Whoa! Friggin' chicken! What the hell? Pre-drilling these so they don't crack. Probably wouldn't crack, but who wants to risk it, right?
Me, remember that time I tried to build a mineral holder?
Yes, I do remember. Pre-drill, folks, pre-drill. These are self-drilling screws, so they don't need as much as you would normally need, but like I said, there's no sense of risking it. Don't move it.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah, our issue then is maintaining the 30 inches here, and for it to not slide around. I can screw it into the floor,
Or you could just put a...
Yeah, that's what I was
there.
thinking. It's just to put a piece of wood across.
Yeah.
It'll block it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not, I mean, we're gonna put hay on top of it anyway.
Right.
So I have pieces I can do that too, so we're good.
Okay.
That was why they weren't sinking in. They wasn't grabbing the bit.
Step 1 is complete. All of the walls are up. Tomorrow we'll do the 2x4 fencing and the gates. And by we, I mean Kenny. And then after that, it's just getting the heat lamp set up, making sure buckets of water are hung in there, and we'll be good to go. So I'm really feeling good about being totally prepared a week out from the first due date. We've got this. Stay tuned for part 2, where we complete the kit installs and Kenny loses more pencils and tape measures.
I have them right now. I'm good now.
Impressive.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna lose them next time. Like 15 more times. What are you gonna do? Thanks for joining us, folks. Please subscribe, give us a like, comment below. Have a great day.
I don't know if I could leave the shot.
No, you didn't. You didn't leave the show at all, but that's fine.
Just ended. Okay.
Yep.